TV live from the Wild Wind patio of Dreams Come True. Yes, so as I'm sure you will be aware, Show Us Your Cat has been put on hold for this week. If you're wondering why, it's basically because I didn't have enough boats to feature for this week's episode. And what I found from last week, where I actually featured one of the Wild Wind boats, is that it wasn't such a popular choice. So I thought, rather than putting out an episode of Show Us Your Cat just for the sake of getting it out on time, I thought I'd wait until next week. I've already got some pictures from Rob, I believe in Belgium, with his Nacra 500 that we're going to be featuring next week. And I think there have been some others coming in as well. But if I haven't got the video made by Friday, then basically I haven't got time to do it because of the stuff that's going on here on the Wild Wind Beach. Hi, Timon. Glad you could tune in. Sorry about that, man. Sad face. Hello, Oog Wazki. Great you could tune in. Hello, Frank. Nice to have Canada on board as ever. Yeah, so then also in the... I think I will to persevere with the live Q&A because I think it's a very nice feature for that kind of level of... to do the Q&A from a different venue next week where I've got slightly more stable internet connection than the Wild Wind workshop where there is so much instability in that place. So that is about the size of it. Also, I've got some videos that I'm working on at the moment. One which is going to be an absolute corker is what to do when you fall off the back. Yeah, water skiing, we call it sometimes, where you lose your footing. If you're on the trapeze, you go off around the back of the boat and you're kind of like, whoa, how'd you get back on? So that one is being made. There's also another one which I'm in the process of making, which is different wind strengths. What is it like? So I'm going to be going out with 0 wind, so absolutely no wind at all, then 5 knots, then 10 knots, then 15, basically around 5 knot intervals up to about 30 knots, so that you can really get a good gauge of what it's like to be out sailing a cat in those conditions, which I think will be quite interesting as well. Ugwaski, thank you very much. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. That's not in a language that I understand, but thanks anyway. Yeah, what else have we got coming up? I think that's it. Also, I've got some very exciting new camera mounting options that I'm going to be experimenting with. Hopefully, I'll get the opportunity to use those bad boys next in this coming week. So you should be able to see the effects of those in this coming week. Now, that is very exciting if you ask me. We're also going to be taking it to the Joyrider TV labs, where we're going to be looking at... We had one incident today with a capsized Hobie Tiger, which actually had everybody's new hero, David, on board, who is listening even now. David was on board, upside down, righted the Tiger, and then because of the self-tacking jib, the boat immediately kind of bears away a little bit, which means it makes it very difficult to get back on the boat. So we're going to be doing some research into how we can make that process a bit less difficult / impossible / terrifying. All right, who have we got tuning in? Cedric, the water skiing exercise happened to a buddy of mine yesterday during our practice ACAT regatta. An ACAT is definitely hard to catch and likes to. Oh, yes. Hello, Martin. Great to have you on board. Nick, in different wind speeds, can you talk about sail trim? Yeah, I think that's a great shout. We could look at different points of sail in different wind speeds, where you should put the sails, travelers, etc. We'll be doing it for the first time round. I think we'll do this with the Hobie 16, of course, because that's what we do. And then if that seems successful, then perhaps we'll go through it again with the Hobie Tiger for anybody sailing an F18 or similar. Okay, who else? Yeah, Nick, Cedric, tack on. Okay, continuing. An ACAT is definitely hard to catch and likes to tack on its own. Yeah, so I think that's about the size of it. So apologies for any disappointment that has come with the lack of show us your cat. Hello, Martin. Great to have you on board. Of course, I'm still around. I just haven't made a video yet today. Yeah, and of course, Martin there is the builder of the Malcheski Composites tiller extensions, which I have to say are absolute. The gold one especially is absolute gold. A very nice addition for your boat. Check out Martin's website, malcheskicomposites.com, I believe, for more information there. They are available in, I'm pretty sure they're definitely available in the US and in Europe. So check it out. Frank. All right, Frank is turning this into a Q&A. All right, then. My rudders have a bit of play, so I've added bushes. I still have play in the rudder casting. Any suggestions about reducing play in the casting hole for the pins? This is very interesting, actually. Something else I'm doing at the moment in the Joyrider research laboratories is I've got some Hobie 16 castings where the holes for the bolts have become elongated, which means you'll never be able to get the rudders nice. So what I've actually done is I've filled those holes using epoxy, and I'm then going to drill some new holes through the epoxy and see how that works out. So stay tuned for that as well in the Joyrider Research Labs edition. I'll let you know, Frank, how that goes. Yes, Martin, it was a great rescue by David on that video. Yeah, you could. Yeah, what I thought was really cool with that video was that even though I was about half a mile away from the boat, because we had a camera on the boat and I had a camera, I could still commentate and I could kind of make out what was going on as I was bobbing in the middle of the sea. And if someone did ask, weren't you worried about sharks? No, I was more worried about getting run over by a windsurfer. That's more of an immediate danger. Yeah, something else which is going to be in the next couple of days. This will be something that Martin's good at. We've got a boat with a very soft deck, and I've somehow become also, as well as everything else here, I've become the materials guy on the Wild Wind Beach. So I'm going to be attempting to inject the deck of a soft decked catamaran with some epoxy to see if I can stiffen her up. Just thought I'd pan you around for a different view there. Yeah, so it has been pretty windy today. Hello, Mark and Janet. Great to have you on board. Definitely. Hayden, do you guys ever have shark sightings at Wild Wind? Been thinking of that for a while. No shark sightings here. We have some of the fishermen, perhaps 15 years ago, caught some sort of dogfish, quite sizable, but nothing dangerous. Hi, Min, you put out some great content, very original. Thanks very much. I appreciate that. Okay, Frank says, what exactly happened when you fell in the water did you fail to hook into your trap hook? Pretty much that was the size of it. I'd come in off the trapeze to put the rudder back down, and then I had become a little bit perhaps complacent about the fact that I was generally hooked in on the trapeze. But I think in putting the rudder back down, I'd become unhooked. I hadn't realized I'd become unhooked, went out on the trapeze, and there it was, big splash, got hit by the rudder on the way down, which then meant David had an extra issue of one of the rudders being up as well, which he had to sort out. Hector, hi, great to have you on board. Thanks a lot for your videos. I'm learning a lot with my first Hobie Cat 14, and what a lot there is to learn with a Hobie Cat 14, that's for sure. Another one that I want to make in the coming days is Hobie 14 and other boats, in fact, but the 14 I thought would be a nice first one. Taking a Hobie 14 around a triangular course, fairly small triangular course, because I haven't really done any course sailing in the videos, and I think it would be nice to take the professionalism to the next level. I think that would be very nice. Yeah, Frank, your crewmate did a great job in your rescue. Yeah, I thought so at the time. If he hadn't have come back for me, I'd probably still be out there now. Hayden is happy with his 14, and so he should be. It is a great choice for single-handed sailing. So very well done. Okay, so there you go. That is what we're up to. Thanks very much for tuning in. Thanks to everybody for their continual support of what I'm doing here with Joyrider TV. In case anybody was wondering, is Joyrider TV a YouTube channel which is actually from Wildwind or from some major corporation or something else? No, it's not. Joyrider TV is just me, and that's all. I am, of course, using the facilities here at Wildwind Sailing Holidays to make the videos, and I have to say, not because I have to say, but I have to say because it's true, the facilities here are possibly the best facilities you will find for this sort of stuff anywhere. I'm getting a thumbs up across the patio. Best facilities you will find for this sort of stuff anywhere. I'm willing to put it out there and say in the world, with the equipment, the instruction, the conditions. That is proper champagne out there now. I reckon we're looking at 25 knots, flat water, reasonably consistent, not too much traffic. Great colour of water as well. The water is also warm. What more could you want? I'll tell you what else you could want is a really good atmosphere and positive vibe. And we have got exactly that. A lot of people, when they're coming out here on holiday, especially the last 2 years, are saying as soon as you arrive at Wildwind, you can totally forget about all the problems in the world and you can just put your feet up, have a lovely time, get on a boat and send it. Or if you're not into sending it, you can get on a boat in the lighter winds and have some really pleasant, gentle sailing. So this place is for everybody who can make it here. All right, Hayden says really enjoys those mixed fleet races you did back when. So I'd love to see those. Yeah, absolutely. I'll see if I can do some more of that. Cedric says thumbs up from your audience. Hector, Vasiliki rules. Oh, yes. And as well as everything we've got going on here, just, I think, 7 minutes walk that way, that is east. You'll get into the village, and the village has got everything you could possibly want. It's big enough to keep you interested for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but not so big that you could ever get lost or need a map. Very nice. Okay, so there we go. I think I'm going to wrap that up there. Yeah, thanks again for everybody's support. If you've been supporting the channel through Patreon, thanks very much. I have got a new crowdfunding scheme, which I'm looking at launching in the next week or so. So stay tuned for that. thanks to everyone who's been over to totaljoyrider.com and purchased a nice t-shirt or a hoodie or something nice over there. There we go. Probably time for a drink. Nick, it'll be great to see you out here at some point, and everybody else. Okay, so show us your cat. We'll be back next week. I will see about going ahead with the Q&A and as normal. All right, Frank, with that question, if you go through the videos, one of the shorts that I made was about that outhaul system, so you can check that out. That will show you exactly how that's working on our 16s. There we go. All right, so I'll see you soon with some more on Joyrider TV. Thank you very much.